Isabela Merced, what up?
Hi.
So how are you? Good to have you back.
Good. I'm happy to be here.
Nah, man,
Definitely.
it's been a while,
Yeah.
right? But you've been busy, you've been working.
Yeah, it honestly feels like it's been 5 minutes since I last saw you.
No, I know, right? Yo, Alien Romulus, this is a legendary franchise, right? What an honor to be a part of it.
Do you like horror?
I do.
Do you like horror? Yeah.
I
Anybody
like it.
here
My
don't
wife
like
doesn't
horror?
like it, so it's like I have to watch it on my own.
Well, I personally draw the line at like demonic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'm like, I don't want to film it. I don't want to be a part. When I watch it, I'm massaging the house. Like that's where I draw the line. But anything else like gore, I watched all the Saw movies in one night in 7th grade. Or not in one night. What am I saying? One night in one winter break in 7th grade. So I'm a big fan of gore, and there's a lot of gore in this as well, like gross stuff that you're just
Very
like,
gory and very bloody.
yeah, that popcorn will start tasting weird.
Yeah.
But hopefully you get the popcorn. But you seen the popcorn bucket for it?
Yeah, I have seen.
There's
The marketing
several, right?
lately for popcorn buckets has been
Crazy.
insane.
That's the way to go.
I think it's safe to say going to the movies is officially back. Like
I
they're
hope
making it a
so.
point. Like
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Like-
love it, and you know Latinos are the biggest demographic to show up.
Come on.
we do.
Of
Well,
course.
I like to do like the Tuesdays where it's like $5 entry.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! And I got
the dollar movies.
Well, now that I got an American Express card,
You're treating.
I got
Thank
the
you.
AMC stubs.
That's right.
And I feel so fancy because I'm like, I used all those rewards. And yesterday I got a large popcorn, I got a large drink, and I got candy because I put Bunch of Crunch in my popcorn.
Okay.
And it was all $10.
Isn't that amazing?
And you get priority
And I got
line.
validated parking.
Yo, we big backing on a budget.
I'm winning so hard right
Hilarious.
now.
Big backing on a budget.
I'm always on a budget. I'm from Ohio and the daughter of an immigrant. So.
Nah, for real. We grew up on a budget. We were born into budget.
Born to budget.
Born to
Born to
budget.
budget, my G.
Absolutely.
But movies are still a magical thing. Going to
Yes.
the movies, grabbing the popcorn and Red Vines, not Twizzlers, Red Vines.
Okay, you said that really controversial take.
Nah, yeah, because yo, like I want it with anyone who likes Twizzlers. You feel me? Like, nah,
Yeah, okay,
Red Vines
then
are the
let's
superior
go.
candy.
You
my
like
G.
Twisters over Red Vines?
You know what it is?
That's crazy.
You know it's the
Get out, dog.
familiarity.
Get out.
I like the taste of plastic.
That's weird.
I like it. I'm full of microplastics.
I guess so. So are we, right?
So I guess
Drinking bottled water.
I like myself then.
But yeah, like going to the movies with your family or even solo, right? Like I've done that before. Nothing wrong with that. That because you're in a different world.
Well, what's interesting about going to the movies with people, I think you absorb their sort of energy while watching it.
Yeah.
Like just when you show somebody your favorite movie, you're sort of halfway watching their reaction.
Sure.
You're sort of taking the cue from other people when to laugh sometimes. I'll start to laugh a lot of times in theaters. Maybe it's not even supposed to be funny. But I'll just do it because it's like a social experiment.
Right.
Because slowly everybody laughs with you. If you clap, somebody will clap with you.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes there's that one lone clapper. Oh, God, I get so much secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
But-
That's literally my
tough.
boyfriend. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I can't be seen with him, and I didn't come with this man into the movie.
Yes.
I didn't come with this man.
Yeah, a lot of people are scared to go alone to the theaters, though.
Yeah, no, that's
I do it all the time.
That's silly. Yeah, you should enjoy it. You know,
It's cheaper.
it's cheaper. Right.
You feel me?
Why is your chair so low today?
My standards are low. That's why.
And that's why he goes alone.
That's why he goes alone. You know.
Wow.
No,
I didn't
no,
eat that.
listen.
I didn't eat the.
Wait,
You can't disappoint
I
anyone
didn't eat
if
the
you go
retweet,
alone.
bro.
I observed something actually today, and it was that all of you guys have J in your names.
Is that right?
Or also, if
No.
you don't have J in your names, it's DJ.
Yeah, like Lechero is just he was DJ Lechero.
DJ. Oh, you're no
he
longer
dropped
DJ.
it.
I mean,
Lechero.
just a cheddar.
dropped-
But
Okay,
my
never mind.
my middle name's Javier, so there is a J.
Okay, so I was wondering if the J's were a
Jackie, Jay
requirement.
Cruz, Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, Jackie, J, Jeff. Yeah, I didn't know.
What's happening?
And then
Javier
and I thought
Lechero?
you put the DJ because you needed a J still.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
you
we
put
have
the
DJ Fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just wondering.
We're
if
just
that
lucky to have a J-O-B.
At the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying?
At the
That's
end of the
it,
day.
compa.
You feel me?
That's so true.
How
appreciate
important-
you paying attention
Yeah.
to us,
Speaking of
though.
that,
Like,
right?
That's
How
sweet of
important
you.
is
No,
work?
I like you guys. What?
Yo, how important is work, right? Like to have a job and to be working, right? That's especially as a Latina, right? Because when you're not working, you feel like you're not doing anything.
Oh yeah, no. There's definitely this thing called like actor's guilt, where you feel guilty when you are working because you don't have a personal life and your families and friends are somewhat neglected.
Yeah.
And then you also feel guilty when you're not working because you're not making any money. You kind of feel like
You hear the voice of your ancestors in the back of your head. You're lazy.
it's usually my own voice. Actually, I'm my own biggest hater.
That's right,
So
that's
Okay, how
I
about-
gotta work on it.
What are the nicest things you tell yourself internally?
The nicest things, that's the thing that what I was talking about earlier with Mama Ayahuasca. What I repeat now is what she told me. Like, it's kind of her voice. Whenever I feel like too much pressure for myself, it's like I get the resounding descansa, hijita, like rest, you know, you're just a baby. That's literally
You're
what
just
it
a
was.
baby. Yeah.
Like in that experience, I was also taken kind of into the womb of some sort. Like it was very cool. That was a very unique experience that I always go back to when I'm stressed out.
Right. You tap into it.
Yeah, it's a very like, and something about the whole like, I'm just a baby thing. I'm not trying to be infantilizing. I just mean there's something about that takes the pressure off. You're a new spirit. You're a new soul on this earth. Yeah. Therefore, you can take it a little bit easier on yourself. You don't have to know so many things. You can still be wide-eyed and absorb the world as like a newcomer
And free.
Yeah, less burdens when you're new here.
And I think when you're a baby, you're a sponge. You absorb. So I think it's also look at it that way. Like you got a whole new set of things to learn.
So no pressure.
And be open to
You
it.
know
No
what I
pressure.
mean? Like be open to whatever, because I truly believe like whatever you're meant to learn, you will learn. You don't have to go out of your way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. Alien Romulus out Friday.
Right.
Scary ass movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, yeah.
There's some
seen
there's some
others?
moments. I've seen so much of it. I believe I've seen it all
Okay.
at this point. You know what I mean? But I'm ready to see it.
Fede doesn't like spoilers. Fede, the director, sorry.
Right.
I'm sure the studio's probably pushing him to release more, but at the same time, I think what at least my favorite moments of the movie aren't in the spoiler or like aren't in the teasers or the trailers or like what people are saying are spoilers. But I really think this happens every time a movie comes out.
Absolutely.
People go,
I think we're in
"The
for a real
trailer's
big
too
surprise."
long." Yeah, I know a few.
Yeah.
A few, yeah. There was a jump scare that I didn't even know was coming because I wasn't in that particular scene, and oh my God, I jumped out of my seat, like physically out of my seat, and that I don't think I remember the last time a movie's done that to me.
Right. Yeah.
You're like,
can't.
I'm pretty like used to it at this point.
I guess because I like scary stuff, and I'm usually in a haunted house. I'm the first one that leads the group.
That's right.
You know, like I'm ready. I'm like, give it to me, make my heart race.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one got me.
Yeah. No, I mean that's great, right? When you can be surprised by your own work or the work that you're a part of.
Yeah, a lot of that's props to Fede though. Like he's very in charge, very like hands-on. He edits the trailers, he edits the teasers, he put together, a lot of the San Diego Comic-Con experience as well. I think we're dealing with somebody who works really, really hard, and he's Latino, so I'm rooting for him. And Galo Olivares was the DP, and so there was a lot of like dialogue on set that was like in Spanish, so that was pretty cool.
Okay.
He would give me my notes in Spanish.
Direction and notes in Spanish, yeah?
Yeah, that was cool. I never had that experience, like, I guess.
That's got to make you feel seen and included,
That's
respected, and comfortable.
That's kind of what it is, yeah. I think it also has the opposite effect, like not the opposite effect, but the same effect on the other person, I think. Suddenly certain barriers are down, like the ability to communicate. I know Fede and Galo's first languages are Spanish, so there's a sort of switch that happens when they realize, like, oh, this is one of my people. Like, I could be comfortable and be open. So,
a few sentences back, you mentioned like I guess movie terms, like certain things. Can you teach us like movie set lingo, like
DP?
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, so 10-1 means I gotta go pee.
Okay.
10-1.
10-2 means
Start yelling that.
10-1.
yeah. 10-2 means caca. Okay, and then 10.
Can I say what I say? I say cagar, fion, or voy a su ranchito, voy a su
No, they got like other things
caca,
like my favorite thing to hear is martini.
Martini.
Because that means that's the last shot of the day.
But
I call it.
It's Modelo time.
No, I call it margarita.
Margarita. Okay.
And I'm trying to let it catch on to other people because that's way more fun than a martini.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
kind of like you're trying to make fetch happen. What you're doing.
It works on a Friday.
Okay.
On a Friday, everybody's like, yeah, it's a margarita. But on any other day of the week, they're like, we still got to go to work tomorrow.
For sure, yeah, it's a school night.
Yeah.
It's a school
That's
night.
cool. I didn't know that. Martini.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else?
That's what
There's
we're
there's the Abbey, which is the second to last shot.
Okay.
Or second to last setup, I guess. Sorry, second to last setup, because you have different setups, and then within that you have however many shots until you get that setup. What's another thing that pertains to film? I swear I make movies.
I mean, you're a part of it every day, right? So a lot of this stuff is just second nature, and it's just common to you.
I guess.
For us, it's like, what does that mean, right?
Yeah, I think the coolest thing for me on this one, at least, that I'd never experienced before was all the practical effects that I got to see. Like, they built a spaceship inside of the sound stages.
Wow.
A lot, I mean, all the monsters that you see in this, we saw all of it. Like, it's not CGI in that aspect. Space obviously has to be CGI.
For sure.
Unless that Disney can afford that. And maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe they went to
could.
But even the VFX, the CGI of the space, like, it's just beautiful. The visuals are incredible. Anyways, I'm getting distracted.
No, all good. Did you see stuff
effects
for the first time in your career making this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my career is not that long in retrospect, but I do feel like very new to this in the sense that I hopefully maybe this will start a trend of bringing back practical effects, you know? I think it's a lost art form. I think
sometimes CGI, it's great, right? But you can tell sometimes.
Well, also as an actor, in my personal experience, you can feel the presence of something. In that specific trailer shot that I was talking about, where I'm crawling on the crates and he's above me, I felt that weight and that body of this creature over me. And you hear it, and it rattles the room around you. And it's not just like a crew member that's, you know what I mean?
In a
like,
green suit.
Yeah, and you look up and you see the shadows of the light hitting the claws of the creature, and I see it right in front of me, and the audience might not see it, but as an actor, it's so beneficial. And then there's
it's a tool, right?
You get a more natural reaction.
Yeah. Is
absolutely.
that oh shoot, I'm in a movie feeling? Like,
Yeah. Every day it was like that. I mean, eventually walking onto the spaceship and like seeing all the buttons and I call it the boop boop beep boop, like you just all the technology that's in there, you know. It's very cool.
how did you prepare personally for this kind of movie?
Well,
Or mentally?
right? Because I didn't really know what I was getting into, to be honest. I mean, you have the script, but there's so many other elements that you're sort of thrown into. I think Kay, my character, was the most work I did, where she's very innocent, she's very young,
She's just a baby.
She's literally just a baby, and she's the youngest crew member on board.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really fun because I've never gotten to play like that vulnerable of a character. I think I played generally strong characters that can hold their own, or for some reason can beat up like 60 grown men. So I'm really honored to be able to represent somebody who's so vulnerable and like who is sort of a vessel for the audience. And I think I would react similarly to her in a lot of these situations.
Yeah. So you put yourself in that position.
And it's interesting because like the fear, I've never had to feel fear throughout a whole production, right? It has to go somewhere. So like it has to start at level 1 and then eventually end on 10. So that exploration of it, luckily we shot it chronologically, so I didn't have to keep track of which levels I was at in each scene. It's sort of like progressively I had to just explore fear in ways that I never have before, and like different levels of it and different reactions to it.
Yeah. With that kind of intensity and fear in the air, right? And in the script. And
yeah, well, Fede would also play pranks on us, like not funny pranks. Like it was
to scare you,
to scare us.
I was gonna say, was there a lot of method acting going on?
Maybe on accident. I don't know. I never method on. Yeah, I don't method on purpose, but I do feel like sometimes I'll read about certain method actors. I'm like, wait, I do that, and I'm like, oh. Maybe I'm accidentally doing method.
Good, you're saying method and not leave the OD out of it. Well, I'm glad it's method.
That's hella funny.
That is crazy. What's up, Garcia?
I love Kaylee Spangler. I think did I pronounce her name right?
Yeah. You nailed it.
She's a great actress. I think both of you have a great opportunity with this movie, and you guys seem to vibe really well together. I've been seeing some of the social from Comic-Con and stuff like that. Was it cool working with her?
Yeah. No, she's a pro. She's had a lot of time in this industry as well, and like her career has been a slow burn as well. You know, she's been doing it for a long time, but people, you know, are just now kind of giving her the hype that I think she deserves. She had probably the most difficult, challenging sequences in this movie that were a lot more physically demanding than mine. So I think this will really hopefully prove to people, that she deserves to be a star.
For sure.
She's very disciplined. Very disciplined.
Yeah. You have to be as an actor? Are you as disciplined?
I don't know a lot of disciplined actors.
Is that right?
Actually, unless they're like Broadway, I feel like stage actors are very disciplined and they write their notes. And maybe I lack discipline at certain times, perhaps, but I have my own ways that work for me. It's really interesting. Everybody has their own method, but like real recognize real. So when I see somebody working hard, no matter what they're doing, whether it's taking notes or like really throwing themselves into it, you see it, and I think it usually translates unless there's a bad editor behind the movie,
Which could happen.
Which happens. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot.
Yeah.
What's up, Jack?
Before, you started interviews and your career, did you ever do like fake interviews with yourself?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm weird as shit. Yeah.
What would you ask yourself?
Well, it's interesting. I would explore different professions, right? So, like, I would explore makeup artist. I would explore, like, singer. I was rarely I would do the actor thing, honestly.
Really?
Wow.
Like, it was very much... I don't know, like I would see other people's interviews and start to mimic them, and I think a lot of why I became an actor is because I like to mimic people. So I would mimic like a makeup artist getting interviewed, or like a singer,
That's hella funny. I feel like with the younger like generation of actors now, like you guys don't take yourself too seriously. Like I feel like there's so much more behind the scenes that is shown on social media that you guys are just literally like making content, and everyone loves to see that. I feel like this younger group of actors is just completely different now.
I think what's cool about it is I think there's a lot, at least in my experience from the actors that I've worked with, there's a lot more like homegrown, blue collar family, like hard workers that really work their way to get here. There's less like, there's actually more options and more availability in this industry for people to find a space. I think people are looking for fresh new faces, and there's less like the Nepo babies. Like I don't see that many that are like my age, to be honest. I haven't worked with them. So I'm like, I think I've seen people feel the pressure. It is interesting. I think it's a really cool thing that I have noticed. Like people really go out of their way to seem silly or like they're having fun. And I think also maybe because I've worked with mostly young people, that's the case. But also social media didn't exist very much back then. Yeah. So at all, actually, back then. So they were very nefarious. Up to no good. I mean, I hear all these stories about...
What's nefarious?
Nefarious
Evil,
is like just chaotic and dark. Yeah. Like they were up to no good back then. You just didn't document. And I think I'm really happy to be in this industry because it's growing, and it's like HR is really incredible, and like they're really, hopefully, will improve on the crew side of things too, because like I know the crew's getting screwed over, and I want people to get paid what they deserve. But
for sure,
I think it's becoming a really safe space, and I think that's why actors feel comfortable enough to be silly now.
That's right. Yeah, Isabel, according to you, your favorite scene in this movie, Alien Romulus?
I can't say. It's at the end, and I think mostly everybody will agree. I think it's at the end, and it's
Is it gory?
Up. It's so messed up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so messed up.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't think they're spoiling anything, because
nah.
The goods are at the end,
Exactly.
Will the shot make you tend to yourself?
Oh, like what do you mean?
I don't know. Is it?
You don't even know what you're asking.
Yeah. What are you?
Is it gonna make you shit your pants? 10-2.
Oh, 10-2.
Yeah.
Oh,
10-2.
I was like
trying to
10-2.
incorporate what I learned today.
Oh, I thank you. That was good. I just missed it.
It's all good.
I misheard it. That was, maybe. I think it'll mostly be like a more
10-1.
more like a upper reaction, like a like a vile situation.
The movie is vile, right? The movie
Yeah.
is very very gruesome.
He has Fede Alvarez there for you. I mean, he
Yeah.
wrote it with his writing partner, Rodo. And it was more like I like to say it's like a Wattpad fan fiction. You know, he wrote it. He wrote it as like a fan, and he like emailed it to Ridley's team, and then got an email, a response, and they were like, "We like this. Let's make another movie." After Ridley said he wasn't going to make another.
Crazy.
How many fan fictions have you read?
I read a lot as a kid. Like I was that kid with Tumblr, with Wattpad, which was toxic. I'm glad
Tumblr was a
Tumblr
vibe,
doesn't
though,
exist.
G.
I must have been on the dark side because
What were
it
you
was
posting
not.
on your Tumblr?
I wasn't posting. I was merely an observer.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Here for the views, you know what I mean?
But yeah, I was definitely one of those kids. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. How do you prepare your face for certain scenes and very scary scenes where you have to portray this person that's just scared out of their mind?
I don't know. I put myself in. I try to feel it fully, I guess.
Do you start with
Yeah, you kind of start with raising your heart rate.
Yeah.
I think. Honestly, I'm very in the moment. Like I really go off of how I felt waking up that morning, my information and knowledge on the script. But then, like in the moment, there just might be certain elements that you didn't predict that actually help you or hurt you. And I'm very just like in the moment when it comes to acting, and I'll pull from the moment. And I have a very ADHD brain, so I honestly think that's why I'm a good actor. Like
Right.
a lot of people have linear thoughts. Mine are very scattered, so I have many places to pull from. I get ideas on the
Yeah.
spot that I'm
Yup,
like,
yup.
oh, this will work, and then you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's, in a way, it's burden, but it's also a gift.
Nah,
to
yeah,
be this
exactly. It
way.
is burden, right? Because you got to carry it with you and you got to pull from it. And, but it also helps in a tremendous way. And then, the audience gets to feel it. Not only see it, but feel it. Which
I hope
think
they
is
feel
important.
it.
Yeah, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel it, man. Alien Romulus, out Friday. Isabela Merced, you're the best. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank
the
you,
time
guys.
and energy all day.
Martini. And that's a wrap.
Margarita. All right, I got to go 10-1.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP Plus. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.